Venus Fridays. All right, Friday is Venus's day, so let's talk about what's going on with Venus this week. So first off, happy new moon in Aquarius today. That's so exciting. So what intention will you be setting for this 1 month moon cycle, right? Maybe something around Aquarius themes of consciousness or awareness, or seeing that bigger picture, getting that bird's eye view. I've seen a few, I can't think of the word, bald eagles in the last couple of weeks, which are very like Aquarius, that eagle kind of energy. We start off today as Venus is leaving its trine from Uranus. So Venus in Capricorn is moving away, separating from Uranus in Taurus, right? This really earthy, grounded signs, but Uranus is a very celestial world, upper world planet that's more about like spirituality than necessarily being like down and grounded. So what does that mean? They're kind of moving away, so the energy is weakening, and Venus is kind of leaving that place of that Aquarius kind of intellectual, universal intellectual, bringing that down into the body, which is where Venus really lives ultimately. Like the feminine, right, is in that embodied place, no matter what sign it's in. It's that being energy. So Uranus, that trine, has kind of helped us to look at where we are in that physical realm and make changes around that. So anyways, we're moving away from that. And then on Sunday, the moon comes into a sextile with Venus. So just with the moon, every month we'll move around and create all the aspects with all of the planets. And so this week, the moon, which is a highlighter, it illuminates, right? Like where the moon is in the sky, it draws our attention there. We look at it, it brings our awareness to Venus. So again, it's in a flowing kind of relationship, this sextile. So it should bring just a nice flowing energy, illumination on Sunday of the feminine. So, it's on a Sunday, so it might be like a day that you're just being, it's the day that you're having a break. That kind of energy is there. Monday, Mars moves into Aquarius, so it's going to meet up with Pluto, and then Venus is going to move into Aquarius, but we'll talk about that later. So Mars, or divine masculine, is moving into Aquarius. Again, more of that air, mental, electrical, nervous system, in the mind kind of energy, but from an actional doing kind of a place. So you might be finding a lot of thinking about the masculine, feeling the masculine, wanting to take action around the masculine within you or what you're seeing out in the world. Tuesday, Venus comes into a sextile with Neptune, right? So Venus still in Capricorn, Neptune in Pisces. So they come into this sextile, this flow of energy between the feminine and like Neptune for me is like about the heart, right? Getting into the heart, the feeling, that place of where we go inside to find our intuition, our connection to soul, our connection to heart, our connection to spirit. So again, it's a sextile, so there's a lot of nice like flowing energy between the feminine, the being in our heart. So you could feel a real like nice feminine type of energy experience around on Tuesday, which is nice, right? As we're moving into Valentine's Day is coming right after that. So on Wednesday, right? Wednesday's Valentine's Day. Yeah, I'm just checking my calendar. The moon comes into a square with Venus. So squares are an aspect that's dynamic. It asks for action. It wants some kind of movement. So the moon is lighting that up. So interesting, that's happening on Valentine's Day. So it may be that, there's some action around the feminine energy that you want to be taking, right? It's still in Capricorn, so it's still very grounded type of energy with Venus, but it's like, it'll be interesting on Valentine's Day. Like, are you in a partnership and that's like flowing and feels good? Or is there like action, one that you need to take around your partnership, or you have a desire to get into partnership, or just action around like standing more in your own like feminine power and strength on Valentine's Day. So that's kind of an interesting synergy happening there. And then finally on Friday, which we'll talk about next Friday for Venus Fridays, Venus moves into Aquarius, right? And then meets up with Pluto as well, as Venus and Mars are coming into their conjunction together soon. So if you're an early riser, you're seeing Venus in the morning sky, start looking for Mars. Mars will be very faint. It's moving out of the light of the sun. Where I live, the horizon's really high with mountains, so it takes me a long time to see the planets once they move away from the sun. But start looking, because they're going to be coming together soon. All right, wishing you a lovely Venus feminine week.